Welcome back to the Stoic Tube. It begins like a scene from a movie. She walks into the room. Flawless, confident, magnetic. All eyes turn. She's used to it. She expects it. Her aura screams, "I'm the prize." But then her eyes lock with him, the one who isn't looking. He's sitting alone, sipping his coffee, deep in thought. No flash, no show, no need for attention. His presence is silent, but powerful. She smiles. He doesn't. And just like that, the psychological battlefield is drawn. A narcissistic woman has just met a Sigma male. But this isn't a typical love story. This is a storm. A collision of two very different worlds. Chapter 1. The hunter meets the one who can't be hunted. The narcissistic woman is used to admiration. She feeds off it. Compliments are her fuel. Obsession is her oxygen. Control is her comfort. She thrives when men chase, bend, submit. But the Sigma male is an anomaly. He doesn't chase. He doesn't follow. He doesn't need. While the narcissistic woman plays games to gain power, the Sigma plays no game at all. He's not on the board. She flirts. He observes, she tests, he doesn't react, she creates drama, he walks away. To her, this isn't rejection, it's challenge. To him, this isn't mystery, it's routine. The more she pushes, the colder he becomes. And suddenly, for the first time in a long time, she feels powerless. Chapter 2. Control versus freedom. The narcissistic woman wants dominance, emotional leverage. She wants him to need her so she can manipulate him, control his emotions, keep him off balance, test his loyalty with toxic behavior. But Sigma males are allergic to chains. They don't tolerate mind games. They've mastered detachment. When she tries to make him jealous, he sees through it. When she gives silent treatment, he enjoys the silence. When she disappears for attention, he vanishes from her world. She's used to chaos. He's used to peace. To the narcissist, silence is a punishment. To the Sigma, silence is home. It's like throwing fire at someone who doesn't burn. Chapter 3. The ego clash. Her ego tells her, "I can have any man I want," but his essence says, "I don't belong to anyone." And now her ego is bruised. She starts digging deeper, playing more complex games, dressing to impress, posting cryptic stories, creating fake crises. But Sigmas don't live for external validation. Their self-worth comes from within. He doesn't compete. He doesn't explain. He doesn't defend himself. To the narcissistic woman, this is infuriating. How can someone not want her? How can someone see through her mask? How can someone stay calm in the storm she created? Because he's not reacting, he's reflecting. And deep down, she starts to feel something rare: insecurity. Chapter 4. The mirror effect. Here's the twist. The Sigma doesn't fight the narcissist. He mirrors her. When she lies, he shows truth. When she overplays confidence, he unveils her emptiness. When she manipulates, he remains still, unmoved. It drives her mad, because the Sigma becomes a mirror to her soul. He exposes her trauma, not with words, but with silence. He reflects her games, not by playing them, but by not reacting. And slowly, the mask begins to crack. Because deep down, beneath the designer clothes and fake laughs, she's still a wounded child looking for attention. And all he's giving her is reality. Chapter 5. The final outcome. There are only 3 possible endings to this collision. 1. She walks away, defeated. Unable to break him, unable to control him, she moves on to easier prey. But she never forgets him. He becomes the ghost she can't erase, the one man she couldn't conquer. 2. She tries to transform. In rare cases, his energy forces her to look within, to evolve, to heal, to stop running from herself. Because the Sigma is not just a man, he's a mirror. And if she's brave enough, she'll use that mirror to grow. 3. She turns toxic. This is the most dangerous outcome. When she realizes she can't control him, she'll try to destroy him. Smear campaigns, guilt traps, emotional warfare. But Sigmas have already fought inner battles. They know how to disappear without a trace. Conclusion. What happens when a narcissistic woman meets a Sigma male? When a narcissistic woman meets a Sigma male, it's not just a relationship, it's a psychological collision. She comes armed with charm, manipulation, and emotional traps. He comes with silence, self-control, and detachment. She seeks validation. He seeks peace. She's used to bending people to her will. But the Sigma doesn't bend. He doesn't chase. He doesn't need. And that drives her insane. Because for the first time, her tricks don't work. Her beauty doesn't hypnotize. Her chaos doesn't disturb. She's standing in front of someone who's not just resisting her power, he's completely unaffected by it. And in that moment, the narcissist faces a mirror, not of weakness, but of true strength. The Sigma is not her enemy. He's the wake-up call she never expected. He exposes her fake confidence, her emotional manipulation, and her desperate need to be worshipped, not by attacking her, but by staying grounded in who he is. And that's the most dangerous thing for a narcissist. Someone they can't control, can't predict, and can't forget. So what really happens when a narcissistic woman meets a Sigma male? She either evolves or she escapes. But one thing is certain, she's never the same again. Because once you meet a man who doesn't need to be seen to feel powerful, you realize how empty your spotlight really is. This is not just about gender or relationships. This is about inner power versus external control. The Sigma wins, not because he fights, but because he refuses